way. And since we are more moving towards the digitalization, internet banking and all, the information is shared with the young generation and they are accessing internet by their own means. These days we are going to sleep and we want to see our mobile phones. What our friends are doing on Facebook, what friends have written on the LinkedIn or somewhere else. So before going to sleep, before going to bed, we need to check. Once we open our eyes, we have to see the mobile phone, then what's going on. Because such kind of world we have created. And very well said, Rina mentioned, that in this kind of world is very much an heavy duty we have, being as a teacher, being as a professor, being as defense personalities, to teach our students and to inform them to be aware what you are saying, what can be the dangerous for you, and how you can get benefits. We are living in the world where we don't need to go to library to access our information and to read our books. Whole library is in our one hand by accessing one mobile phone with internet connectivity. So such kind of impact, I would like to call our another speaker. This is quite different. I like to say, I'm not going through the same hierarchy what I have received through the list. I would like to invite Professor Kamal Kinjerji. He's from the Department of Defense and Strategic Studies, Punjab University of Patiala. And his topic is social media and non-traditional threat to security. So tradition is coming up that we are using internet day by day, we are adopting, and then I would like to know his talk on non-traditional activities. So that will be the contradiction, and we will be very happy to know your questions after all. Please.
Thank you. So first of all, I'm thankful to Professor Vijay Tare for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to be here. And as Professor Dr. Reena said, I'm too a victim of Generation D. My son who was born in 1998. So I was working on this. So a few lines, the whole scenario changed, especially after the Gulf War. The live coverage of the Gulf War by media diluted the pathos and actual horror of reality. The media presented the war cosmetically treated manner in which even the bombings and clouds of smoke were giving the feel of aesthetic and artistic experience. But the media did not show the actual devastation of the cities and the debris of dead bodies buried under those clouds of smoke. So I am free. But my presentation is on social media as a non-traditional threat to security. To be very frank, I am not an expert on this particular issue. So when Professor Vijay invited me to be here, so I was celebrating the birthday of my son on 14th Feb. So it was the day when Pulwama attack happened, and I was on some official assignment, and late in the evening I came to know of it. Of course, it was a sad thing to know. The next morning when I woke up, so I'm too an active user of Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp. Then I realized the space I am occupying on this platform. It's just like I'm standing on my 2 feet and the space I am occupying. Then the messages popped up next morning on my WhatsApp, on my Facebook. So I just started taking the screenshots. How the things happened and things were diverted, diluted, and the issues, the real issues were gone, one after one. So then, the statement of the problem we usually start with, the social media has become a powerful weapon on the digital battlefield. And this happening after Pulwama attack, the war or conflict, it happened more on social media than on actual grounds. So I have coined a term, it was all net term, media term. So I will not be reading since the shortage. So historically, we can see the traditional security was, it was the security of your sovereignty and territorial integrity, your internal harmony. So military terms, it implies defense against territorial aggression. As war progressed, the non-traditional security threats became more dangerous than the traditional security threats. So from this, natural disasters, food security, human security, environmental security, then other issues. So this social media has become the sixth dimension of war, a battle for the mind. The art of war has transformed from causing physical damage to the assets to the manipulation of minds, and the battlefield is now open to anyone with access to the internet, and this has actually happened during last few days. So initially the war was three-dimensional, then it became four-dimensional, then C4I, intelligence added, then computers, intelligence, recce, then I think this is one more term needs to be added, this is social media. So social media, I won't go into detail what is social media is. So this is the first pop-up after Pulwama happened. Pictures, nobody knows from where these pictures were taken. And it was shown as this is what is happening in Kashmir. So this all, including my friends on social media, after Pulwama attack, Waqt ki Pukaar, Ranveer mein kare sudhar, Shaheedon ki, all kind of nationalism that is on social media. And everybody talking of Article 370, remove Article 370, I don't want to use this language. And what happened, the impact. I have a small clip. The media can we play this clip? So I'll continue with this. So next is what happened after. There were announcements. I don't know what happened in Pune, but in Punjab, Haryana, North, I can see the loudspeakers or announcements were made that all those people from J&K studying in this part, they must leave. And in thousands, by evening or next day, all of them they left, and they got shelter in some Jammu, Gurdwara in Jammu. And the whole focus was on that 6 are the true nationals. Yes, and in Jammu and Kashmir, lot of voices, they were given free accommodation. So it got divided. It was on in a day happened. So then the strike by Indian Armed Forces. Again, there was a debate, and nobody still knows the truth. Nobody knows the truth. Even their own politicians. And to be very frank, I am a very non-political man. So all this material I have taken is from open domain. All these are my screenshots. So as far as the religion is concerned, I am a God-loving man, not God-fearing man. So these are not my. So I don't think you will be able to read Hindi, those who can read. So this happened. This propaganda happened on social media. जो लोग बोल रहे हैं अत्याचार के कारण बन गया, some were pro J&K, some were anti J&K students. तो this again कैसे उंगली उठा दूं, मुस्लिमों की बस्ती पर 42 शहीद होने वाले जवानों में 3 मुस्लिम भी थे. Then next, what happens? Your dogfight, Nick Bison 21 versus F-16. Your Abhinandan is captured and silence. Everybody, including all our political leaders, just silence. He capture ho gaya, kya hoga? What will happen to him? Then by evening, Geneva Conventions. He must be freed. He must be treated well. All social media again. I came to know the rules which were earlier I was not aware of. Geneva Conventions, Rule 61 says, Rule 35 says. Then next, Abhinandan comes back. Imran Khan hero. Overnight, Modi zero, Imran Khan hero. So this is And the real focus, where was the real issue? Where are the real issues? Nobody knows. Even I don't know. I'm in interaction with so many army people, but I don't know. What happened, dog fights happened, who was captured, then news from other sides. Kashmiri student, then there was a clipping from Pakistan side. They said India has done this. We are happy. You are happy. Now let's move on. So it was political, whatever happened. This is all social media, and I'll come to conclusions of one, just 2 or 3 minutes. I work very hard, but so I will not tell you the how to cyber terrorism, fraud. These are the issues caused by social media, fraud, criminal activities. There are so many speakers, but I'll conclude here that social media is just like a nuclear bomb. It has already been activated. It has already been activated, and it cannot be diffused. So what we can do? So how many people we are sitting? So the only solution is that at least we ourselves, we must see the reality before forwarding, before posting any religious issues or any political issues. So in this globalized society, media has become a lethal weapon against the enemy and our population as well. Information as an element of soft power is a strategic instrument within the context of grand strategy. So there should be judicious use of social media. Yeah, this is the last slide. So, no doubt, social media has its benefits as well and the potential for more. So, it is definitely a boon for our bird. However, misuse and irresponsible uses can have negative effects on the security of any nation. It can disturb the peace and security internal as well external. Thank you.
Thank you. Two comments, Oli. Very well presented and highlighted the latest issues what we have faced recently in recent days with India and Pakistan conflict. It's much easier to fight with an enemy when your enemies are in front of you. But it's very difficult to fight with an enemy which is not visible and you don't know who they are, where they are. So this is also, we need to think about, we have seen in this presentation, non-traditional. Why I call him as a second speaker? Because tradition is supposed to be followed as a threat. It's coming from since a long time. Decades and decades we are facing for it, as on the border we are fighting with armies and our soldiers are fighting for our protection. But the threat which has been occurred, it is not longer than 2 decades. And the threat which is increasing, we are not aware when these kind of threats are coming from where, who can be your threat. Next thing to you, they are your enemies, but you don't know, you are talking, chatting, and then they're invisible to you. So this is also a big threat to identify your enemy and then fight with them. What more here I wanted to comment on the second point. Social media or media is not just to give you negative impact by using false information and sharing false information. Yeah, it can be demotivated, or people who is from the different kind of society, they want to speed up information with the false information for their own benefit, for their own gains. But apart from that, imagine that the information world, I can share with my information being in Poland 10 years ago, I wanted to talk to India. And I had to pay 6 zloty. That means 6 into 2, you have 120 rupees for 1 minute. And now, in these days, you don't have to pay even a single penny, and you're talking on WhatsApp, Facebook, Messenger, without paying anything. This is also the part of social media. You have something to share, you want to gather people and you want to assemble them to share your good thoughts. You are just putting information, sharing information on social media, and thousands of people, they are listening. So there, you have audience, in a minute, thousands, millions, they can share your thoughts, they can visit you. And at the same time, if that thought is good for the society, it's a very good thing. But if it's a bad thing, then that affects us. So this is the good way to discuss. And if you will have questions, for sure, I'm very sure we will be addressing it after ending the session, right? So very interesting presentation. Chavus, would you like to give now? Hello? He says yeah. Fine, go ahead. All right. Okay. So, and what is it talking? What are you going to talk? Okay, so now we have next presenter here, Stanislav Silvius. He's an associate professor at Rânira de Jus University of Galați from Romania, and he's going to talk about the social media, social platform, and the safety of food.
Thank you very much,
Please.
Professor. First of all, I will correct you. Yes, I am food professor. I am PhD in economics, and also I am PhD in food industry. So I am also PhD coordinator. So there is no problem. I have a very interesting topic to talk today. It's about the security, but not the classical security. It's about the food security. As you know, food security is a part of the national security, and everybody, every people not depend on his things or his education must eat. And I read a very interesting paper, a very interesting article that referring to the Arabian countries. They correlated the change in the political system in Arabian countries with food security. You know, there are not a problem with the food security. If the people have enough food, they go to take it, and they are going to take it. And we have a lot of immigrants in Europe now because it is a war in Syria, it was a war in Iraq, you know, and they are going for security and also for food security. So we have a lot of problem with the food security in the European Union. We have a very safe system for food safety, but also we have some problems with food security, and the social media could be very important and depending on the effect of the food incident, for example. So I want to say something about this is my university. We have 15 faculties and more than 15,000 students. And my research area with my PhD students are the food security and food incidents and the implication on the food sector and the possibility to assure the food security of the population. This is very important, and I think it's a part of the national strategy for security, for national security. So something about Romania, we have a food system based on the international regulations on the food quality. Some data about Romania, statistical data. We are not a big country. We have no more than 20 million persons, and but we are a very important agricultural area, and we are producing one of the most important food in the European Union. You see the maps with what is Romania, and we have such counties in Romania. We have a lot of products. For example, we have a comparison with the products, with agricultural products, but I want to go really to the problem, and the problem concerning the social media and the impact on food security. Maybe you know in Europe it was a big scandal, especially the media scandal, concerning the substitution of food for the people are very, very interested what's happening if they are eating horse and what is the problem. And the social media was very important in this time because on the network and on social media there are a lot of people that they are not specialists but they are just talking, they are saying something about the scandal of the problem. A lot of people, for example, we have PhD thesis in our university, and we check the influence of the social media on quality of the products. If somebody want to take a product on in the market, and he haven't enough technical information, he go on the internet, he go on the forum, and ask everybody. What do you say about, especially millennials, as my colleague said, what do you say about this product, for example, for a phone, is good or is good? But in 100 respondents, no more than 10 or 5 they have special information, technical information. But if they 90% they say it's good, the products, I go because I don't have information, I go and I take it. So if we have enough information, technical information, we are influenced by the social media, and this is this modified perception mentality. So when the crisis of the hospital was in Europe, a lot of people refused to eat meat. No, depend on hospital or another kind of meat. They refused all the meat, and there was very, very strong problems with food security and also with the food production, because a lot of industry, food industry, they have problems, and they must a lot of the investors go to the TV or the media, and they say there are no problems with this meat. Technically and scientifically, the horse meat is not a problem for the consumer. We are not eating horse. In Romania, we are it's not prohibited, but we are not eating. It's not tradition. In England, the same. They are not eating horse. They are eating in France or in Italy, and especially say that there are no problems with the nutrition, with human nutrition. But you say a lot of people ask on the internet, on the network, and the social media, what happens? I will be healthy if I eat it. It's a problem with my healthy, but I must go to a doctor. And they refuse to eat anything of the meat. So this is the influence from the social media on food security, for example, and the food production, and could affect a lot of producers. We have also problems. We have a study on the platform, in the online platform. There are a lot of respondents from the organization of the hospital. And the impression of the respondents was that horse meat could be affect the health of the consumer, but it's not real. It's technically, it's scientifically. So we have also another problem in Romania with avian flu. Maybe you know, I don't know, in India there was this problem. Avian flu affects a lot of farms, poultry farms, and also affect a lot of population. We have some men died. They died because they have avian flu. So in the plane scandal of the avian flu, and a lot of birds are dying, and people, the population, refuse to eat poultry. Social media comes and they have a positive role, because a lot of specialists in the domain, a lot of investigators, a lot of professors, for example, comes to the TV, comes to on the social network, comes in media, in the papers, in the newspapers, and they say that there is no problem if you respect the hygienical conditions. So, as you see, social media could influence the consumer, could influence the producer, could influence the economy, because if there are a lot of information in the network that in Romania, for example, is a problem with avian flu, they are not coming to it, they are not coming another visitors, and the industry it could be affected. For example, so in Romania, with these problems with the avian flu, the losses, I made a study, the loss is very important, and now in this case, the social media reduce the impact of the problem, comparative to the hospital scandal, where the social media have not a positive and many food industry was accused, but they are no guilty. So this is my opinion about the food security, also the national security, because food security is a part of national security. And I think that social media could affect the perception of the consumer, could affect the industry, and could affect the economy, especially in the food industry, that I'm expert. Thank you very much for your attention.